And within this brief intermission, I had to put some sustenance in my body. And within that time, we introduced Ape into a show he wasn't too familiar with called Big Mouth. And I don't know if you know, but season 7 is out. And season 7 is where they talk about puberty, when they're going from middle to high school. Um, and first off, I would just like to get your thoughts on the show. After seeing a couple episodes that you've seen, what do you think about it?
Oh, short answer or long answer?
You know what? I'll take the long answer, and I'll take the parent answer as well, because as a father, you know,
Well, the parent answer is absolutely fucking not. Absolutely the fuck not. No. That's parent answer. The long answer is, well, I mean, I get, okay, so I don't fully understand the point of the show so far. Like, I just don't. Like, it seems like, in my opinion, it's just a show about showing Americanized, Westernized, Europeanized bigotry and fucking stupidity, bro. Like, I find this whole show is showcasing all the fucked up things about the American culture.
about how we teach our children about sex and whatnot, because that's the primary purpose of the show is to talk about the changes the body makes. So like in the first couple of seasons, it kind of talked about changes that occur within the body when you're a certain age. Attraction, um, sexual sexual attraction, trying to figure out what your because a lot of kids nowadays are like gender fluid, so trying to figure out what your sexuality is, and then like it kind of as the seasons go, the topics kind of change, but they stay within like the same.
So, I mean, we don't need to I think that's one of those things, like, you know, it's your perception of it. So it's like, no one thing is going to be able to say, like, this is how we should talk about it, our kids. Everybody, parents, are different, all the other shit. I just feel like it's deeper than that. I felt like it was very subliminal, like, very little pebbles on everybody's fucking hotels, tell them to do all this fucking kind of shit. Like, I think it's just a way of saying that there's no good people in America. Like, I see that travel around the world and doing other shit, right?
Yeah,
But the majority of it is American.
yeah, it's an American-based show. Jordan Peele is one of the producers of the show.
I mean, we all know.
How his comedy train is.
Well, not necessarily that. It's like outside his movies.
The
Like,
Key and Peele show is kind of like dry humor.
no. Yeah. But for the show of what it is, it's like that shit's about as bunkers. And for it to be on Netflix, right? For it to just be something just out there, I don't know. That shit is full of greed. Like the shit that they talk about, bro. The shit that they show in the visuals. Like, what's the point? Yeah, adults be the only ones watching it. I just feel like it's no target for kids. It's like the fucking.
So I feel like the show kind of explains the birds and bees, but like mind you, we our parents.
But look at all the other shit.
But that's what I'm saying. We or our generation, we know birds and bees because that's what we grew up on. This new generation is about the birds and the bees that like birds, the birds that like birds, the birds that used to be bees but like birds, like the birds that hatch from an egg but don't like other birds or bees because they think that they can, recreate and reproduce by themselves. We went from having asexual beings and animals to having asexual humans as well. I don't know how. I can't really go and delve into sexuality, but the show talks about all types of sexuality because you have all types of characters. The bees that like birds and bees, the whole gang and shebang. And I feel like because we're not having the conversation with our children, that once they get to a certain age, like, so I'm gonna use this perfect example. If ever if ever I end up being a single parent, right, and I have girls, I don't want to have to explain to my girls things that I know that I never experienced, and I can't talk to them about. You know what I'm saying? So like when they come up on the cycle, I know that I can't have that conversation with you because I don't know shit about tampons, how big a tampon is, what type of tampon you should be using, the different types of pads, if it's sensitive or if it's not. Like I don't know none of that shit. But I know that if I have a show that I can refer to and be like, okay, you can sit here and watch this first season of this because it talks about the shit that you're going through. And somebody who wrote and produced this experienced this shit, so they know what the fuck they're talking about. Watch this.
So, you think that will be a show that you forget?
I feel like it's an education for us. One, we have to watch it before we can let our children watch it. And I'm not even talking about for like a 8-year-old. I wouldn't let my 8-year-old watch this. But like a 13, 14-year-old that's going through, because already they're already seeing worse shit on the internet. So, what's an episode or a season of Big Mouth?
Well, it's not, for me, it's not really all that. They're seeing more shit. It's more, for me, it'd be more like, if I sat on my daughter, you know, like, hey, check this out. I'm now okay with what she's seeing. And because she did it with dad, should be more prone to indulge in that. As opposed to where it's like, okay, this is a situation that she faced with. Let me properly educate her on what's going on so she's not excited. You know what I mean?
That's the same thing that we did, because when our parents used to watch scary movies with us, the shit that we couldn't see past a certain time, it was cool when it was with them, but then we turned around and used to watch scary movies by ourselves.
Well, I'm not saying, no, okay, let me specify. If my daughter's already at a point to where I don't bring shit to my kids, I let my kids bring shit to me, I listen to it. So, if they're at a point where they're asking questions about something let's say it's about the show, right? Let's say my daughter and my son got on the show and they're like, oh, what is this? Okay, now I'm having an appropriate conversation. First, I'm watching the show in its entirety before we have the conversation. And then now we're going to talk about it. And it's not, I'm telling you not to watch it. I'm going to be telling you what to watch out for. The things that you shouldn't be falling under. Like, in the show, you know, there's a lot of fucking homosexual and lesbian shit going on. I don't have anything against those movies. But as far as my household, that's not our belief. That's how we go. So, hey, yeah, you're going to see people doing this, but it don't make it okay. Hey, yeah, you see a little devil talking to the person in there. Every little devil in there made the person do some dumb shit.
Or the hormone monster.
Or the hormone monster. So hey, watch out for that, because that is a representation of your friends, people around you that are trying to influence you. Don't fall for that. So it's more of like just educating them on how to protect themselves while dealing with it, not shielding them or protecting them from it. I don't hide anything from my kids.
Sincere? What's your take on being one of the younger cast members? What's your take on Big Mouth?
Stupid, but
What you seen most of it already.
yeah.
Answer that question, but also answer this. Do you feel like there's any real education behind it?
Hell no.
I think it's just
That
satire.
shit is just for niggas to watch when they hire or some shit just to fuck around.
I think it's more of a satire. Jesus.
Okay, for those who don't know, explain satire.
So it's for the sake of comedy, just to make people laugh. It's nothing that is intended to be taken seriously by the people that watch it, but it's more for like the sake of entertainment. Like there is no like. It's more for like the sake of comedy purposes to make people laugh. to kind of bring and highlight and make fun of certain situations to kind of make it comical for certain audiences.
Okay. So, I mean, I feel that. But, you know, like I said, that's definitely not a show that I would, that's definitely not a show that I would, you know, put in front of my children. I would take this, happen upon that shit. And was like, oh, yeah, let's look at this. Yeah, we have an conversation. We have a conversation. Like, first of all, how do you find this? And secondly, what is it about this that you like? You know what I mean? But even for me, like I don't think I like, you know, but shows like that, I don't really get into. Yeah, it's crazy. There is funny moments in it's a trick. It's like, wow, I'm gonna take all the fucked upness and just put it on a picture. Like you're gonna put it on screen. So to me, I don't find it necessarily funny. I know other people do, and that's why it's doing so well. But that's not my type of humor, I guess.
I feel like a lot of people like to embrace their dark humor every now and then.
I'll very much embrace dark humor. It's just that word. They're going. That's more than just dark. That's perverted. Like on every level. Like
Because they're using children.
because they're using children. So that creates this imagery that's okay. So we already have issues with as being a parent, right? We already have issues of people finding ways to pervert children, right? To be, you know, whether it be POs or whatever, like, you know, it's just too much. And I think with everything going on, especially in our country right now, I think it's not the right time to say that. That's further. That's all. What up, baby girl?